It's game time on 1112 BISN.
You've got to get points every time you touch the ball.
Live game coverage of your South High Bison athletic programs.
And it goes out of bounds to South.
Expert play-by-play with Steve McDonald.
Jill Saver gets it on right side high.
In-depth color commentary by Alan Cummings.
Huge break for South. We've got East rattled.
And all of the excitement from your South High Bison athletic programs.
He cuts it up, he's in the end zone!
Are you ready?
And this is going to be absolutely humongous.
Here is Stephen Allen live on 1112 BISN.
Hey, this is Allen, 1112 BISN, coming live at you from Storey Gym. Boy, I tell you what, a historic Storey Gym that they've redone to include Cheyenne South, and it's a great atmosphere. And tonight, your Cheyenne South High School Bison, Fighting Bison, will be hosting the Cheyenne Central Indians. The first of our doubleheader will be the Lady Bison versus the Lady Indians, tipping off at about 5:30 approximately. And then the rematch of the 4A state championship game back in March of 2016 as your Cheyenne South High Bison boys basketball team looks to get a little bit of redemption against the Indians. Tip off at about 7 p.m. This is Allen with the S&J Science pregame show. Steve's on his way to Pine Bluffs to ref their varsity game, and Hunter Thompson, the recent Wyoming signee in his senior year. I'll tell you what, Wednesday night was a great, great night of basketball as your South High Bison boys fought back from a 13-0 deficit to win that game 51-45. And let's hope they have the same kind of outcome tonight. But let's not get down 13-0 before we do that. But first, we're going to talk about our girls basketball team, your Lady Bison. Would it be tipping off, like I said, here in about, I'm going to say about 15 minutes. Well, as long as they stop calling fouls, it'll be about 15 minutes. But first, we're going to take a commercial time out here on 1112 BISN, and we'll be back at you with some live analysis here at Storey Gym on the Bison. 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Get into a career, not just a job. Higher education is a gateway to so many opportunities. Register today at Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. LCCC in Cheyenne.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
That college degree won't finish itself. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. Become what you want to be. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu.
Hey, this is Alan at 1112 BISN, back at you live here on the S&J Science pregame show, and we've got special guest, activities director from Cheyenne South High School, Mark Pleb. And Coach, tell us how great it is to finally have Cheyenne South High School included in this rivalry games here at Storey Gym.
You know, only being the new guy here just over a year and a half and being told all the stories, it's neat to finally see it come together, and also to see, I'm just sitting around looking around at how they redid everything here at Storey, from the pictures on the wall to the scoreboards to the video board that we're just glowing about right now.
Wednesday night was our first games against the Cheyenne school here at Storey Gym. How great was the atmosphere, you being here? How was that in terms of them normally being played at our schools?
You know, it was a little weird going to play at another place and yet still being in town. It was a true away game, but for us, for me personally, never having put on an event here, it was nice for me to come on out and kind of see how things were done and see the pitfalls. You know, I mean, we're still learning as a district some things to do. We had the video board kind of went out on us a little bit at the beginning of the girls game, and then at halftime it went out for good. They got that fixed, hopefully for good, knock on wood. So it was kind of nice to go through some of the pitfalls while it really wasn't my show.
Well, so you're a year and a half into your new gig here, Coach. Tell us, what's your experience been like being here at Cheyenne South High School, and what kind of improvements are you looking to bring to the activities, not just athletic-wise, but all the activities at South High School?
You know, one of the things that we've been working on here, I mean, like I said, bringing everything up to date to where we want it to be. There's something that my predecessor, Mr. Noble, started, and I want to finish. We started to get the all-state plaques done. We have them in our trophy case. There's another award that they give. It's called the Iron Bison Award. It's if you have 9 varsity letters. You participated in 11 out of 12 sports during your time in high school. You had a 3.0, and you ended all your seasons in good standing. So it's a long list of criterion. And I believe we have 7 or 8 of those right now, and we're anticipating getting another 4 this year. I want to go ahead and get those plaques up on our wall. It's something kind of special that we've been working on. It's that west hallway that goes in between the pool and the gymnasiums. That's kind of something I've been working on the last couple of weeks with all the time on my hands here. And I'm hoping we can get that completed by the end of the spring here so we can get those up. Our plan right now is to get the All-States up as soon as we get them. The Iron Bison Award, they're going to stay in the trophy case while the person is at the school. And then once they graduate, they're going to go up on the wall for good.
Wow, I can't wait to see that. That's going to be really great, Coach. So now let's talk about tonight's matchup. Your first year as the AD at South, and our boys basketball team made it all the way to the state championship game. Tonight we get the rematch. Now, you've been involved in athletics a long time in your career. First of all, how great is it to be able to have a rematch of a state championship game being your first game of the year against each other?
It's awesome. I think the atmosphere on a Friday night here for this rematch is going to be something special. If I can give any advice, normally as a coach, you tell your team to get out to a good start out strong. And, you looked at the other night, and both in the boys JV and the boys varsity, both teams that started out strong, lived out the coach's nightmare and didn't finish. And it was just a weird apparition.
Well, Coach, thank you for coming on in this ad-lib interview. I know I didn't tell you, but I was planning on an interview today anyways. Might as well get it out of the way. That's Activities Director from Cheyenne South High School, Mark Webb. And, Coach, thank you for joining us again. And we're going to take a quick commercial timeout and come back and talk stats on the Bison. 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent and an outstanding array of products to meet your insurance needs. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003. With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It's tough to compete for jobs. Degrees can help. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. LCCC in Cheyenne and Laramie. It starts here.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey, this is Alan, 1112 BISN, back at you live from Cheyenne Storey Gym, as your Cheyenne South High Bison will be the home team tonight here at Storey Gym against the Cheyenne Central Indians. And first up is going to be the Lady Bison versus the Lady Indians, and we're going to go ahead and talk some stats here. Let's go ahead and cover the Lady Indians first. They come into this game 1-3 in the conference, 8-8 overall. That's including Wednesday night's games. Now, the stats, though, are going to be coming into this week. This week, they come in averaging 43.5 points a game, which is 5th overall in the 4A East, 9th in the conference. They're paced by number 21, Abby Fearneyhough, who averages 14.2 points per game. They average about nine assists per game, and Abby Fearneyhough once again leads them with two of those assists per game. They shoot 36% from the field overall, which is 4th in the 4A East, 8th overall. They rebound 20. They pull down 27 boards a game. 27. Now look at this. Number 3, Sammy Geyer, she pulls down 10 of those a game. So she pulls down 10 of the 27 rebounds that the Lady Indians average per game. Defensively, they give up 46.4 points a game, which is 4th in the 4A East, 7th overall. Number 10, Jada Waibara. Remember her name. Her brother played for the Indians last year. She averages about 2 steals a game. Number 3, Sammy Geyer, averages about 1 block a game, and Central as a team averages 2. And turnover-wise, they average forcing their opponents into almost 17 turnovers a game. On the Lady Bison side of it, your Lady Bison come into this game 0-4 in the 4A East Conference, 2-13 overall. But the more important thing about this is their offense is finally starting to find a groove. They're finally starting to get something going offensively. They average about 6 assists a game, and that's number 11, Karli Noble, pushes out about 2 of those assists per game. She also averages 15.3 points per game, which is number 1 in the 4A East. That's pretty solid. Team shooting-wise, they shoot, unfortunately, 29% from the field, while their opponents average about 38% from the field against them. Free throw-wise, and this is where it's been hurtful against the Lady Bison, they only shoot 49% from the charity stripe. But number 1, Marissa Malloy, who is only a junior, she's their best free throw shooter at 82%. Defensively, they give up 54.6 points per game, which is 6th in the 4A East, 11th in the 4A Conference overall. They get about 10 steals a game. Number 11, Karli Noble, takes about 3 of those. And then they also force their opponents into 17 turnovers per game. I see a Coach DeBryan side, and here's the question. How long will it be before Coach DeBryan takes off his jacket and his tie and untucks his shirt tonight? I want to give a quick shout-out to some listeners out in Florida. Grandma and Grandpa DeBryan, I can tell you right now the season's not been the same without hearing you guys up in the stands. One thing we do miss is on the free throw makes. Grandpa DeBryan always did the, yep. Every time we made a free throw, we miss those. We hope you're enjoying your winter down in Florida, and we look forward to seeing you in the fall when fall sports kicks up once again here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. So looking at the Lady Indians, who once again I said were 1-3 in the 4A East after the game against Laramie. They have on their starting lineup tonight, number 3, Sammy Geyer. She averages 9.3 points per game. Number 10, Waibara, who averages 3.5 points per game. Number 21, Abby Fearneyhough. She averages 14.2 points per game. Number 23 is Ellie Fearneyhough. I'm going to make sure I got that right. 5'8" guard, number 23, Ellie Fearneyhough. She averages 1.7 points per game. And then number 33, Sarah Creasel. She's also a 5'8" guard. She averages 4.3 points per game. On the Bison side, you're starting lineup for the South Bison. Number 3, Rashida Robinson. She averages on the season 4.1 points per game. Number 11, Karli Noble. We've already talked about this, averaging a 4A East leading 15.3 points per game. Number 21, Felicia Senna. She averages 2.2 points per game. Number 30, Gabby Toronto, averages 11.2 points per game. And then number 33, Naira Williams, averages 1.5 points per game. That's your Lady Bison starting lineup, and that's going to be huge. You know, the Lady Bison have dropped 5 straight to the Lady Indians, and all 5 of those games have been by single digits. That's including the 3 losses we had against them last year, if you include the 4A East Regional opener that we lost. Coach DeBryan just walked by, gave me the heads up, just in case you saw him there. And that is the picture of the video board. And the reason why I have a picture of the video board up is because we actually got included on the video board. So you might see the 1112 BISN logo up there on occasion like that. But tonight's game is a very winnable game for the Lady Bison. Yeah, the Lady Indians, they do have an overall better record at 8-8. You know what, though? I think the Lady Bison can really win this game as long as they don't turn the ball over too much. They don't turn the ball over too much. Their offense is finally starting to click. They should be able to pull out an upset and notch that first 4A East victory. Here's the thing. The Lady Bison, other than beating Laramie more, they have more wins against the Indians than any other team other than Laramie in the 4A East Conference. So this is going to be a huge game for the Lady Bison. Well, we're going to take a quick time out, come out and talk boys here on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
What is your focus? How will you hone it? Will it transform you? Or will you transform it? Where does it start? Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Life, it has many directions. Which way will you go? What will you become? A lawyer, musician, chemist, engineer? Where will you start? Laramie County Community College. It starts here.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
That college degree won't finish itself. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. Become what you want to be. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. Laramie County Community College in Cheyenne. It starts here.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent and an outstanding array of products to meet your insurance needs. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003. With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
Hey, this is Alan, 1112 BISN, back at you live from Cheyenne Storey Gym, and we've got a special guest from the boys basketball team, freshman coach CJ Williams. Coach,
thank you. It's nice
first year with the boys, and tonight's matchup, pretty big matchup for the boys program, as we're having our rematch against the Central Indians. But the one thing that people don't realize is the rosters have pretty much flipped on both teams. So did you guys talk about that at all, being a rematch, or did you just treating this like a regular conference game against a crosstown rival?
We're treating this like a regular game. I mean, for the most part, we're going to try to come out with lots of energy. That's going to be the biggest thing that we need to make sure that that's in our favor.
So Wednesday night, you guys came out and you fell into a 13-0 hole to start the game.
Yes.
Did you preach about not doing that again, please? If not, could you make sure you talk about that in the pregame?
You know, these fellas, tremendous basketball team, but they love digging themselves in a hole and crawling out of it. It's just a challenge that we always put in ourselves that we really don't have to, but it's just, I think when you have a young squad, this is definitely something that you definitely have to overcome in the future, the years that we're going to have with these fellas. So
let's get a little inside scoop going, Coach. What is part of your game plan against Central? They've got Jessen Reckling back. He's actually one of the few players that are actually coming back that played in every game for Central last year. Do you guys still plan on attacking the low post like you guys did against Central?
Yeah, like I said, we're going to stick to our game plan, you know, focus on the things that we're best at. As far as taking away their best options, that's always going to be a challenge because Reckling he's one heck of a basketball player, very smart kid. Mm-hmm. And I know Tag Lane has a few things up his sleeves for us.
Yep, I'm sure he does, especially when the former assistant coach is over on their bench.
Hell yeah.
So I got one last question for you, Coach. Final score tonight, Los Angeles, or the final score this weekend between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics.
Oh, man, go Lakers. I'm picking, let's say, 96-95. I'm going to call it a close game, but my Lakers are going to end up pulling it out.
There you go, Coach. And a Super Bowl prediction?
I'm going for the Falcons.
Hey, there you go.
Like I said, it's gonna be a bad week for Massachusetts. So,
well, this is Coach Williams, freshman boys basketball coach from Cheyenne South. Thank you for joining us
Thanks
today,
for
Coach.
having me.
Now we're going to go ahead and talk about some boys basketball before the girls get going, as we're about 2 minutes before tip-off. On the boys' side of it, I'll tell you what, we can't explain again how important tonight's game is. Not because, like I just asked with Coach Williams, but it's because it's a conference game, and right now you're 1-3 in the conference. Central's 2-2. You win this game, you move up to 2-3. You've got the notch against Central with the victory. If East can pull out the win against Laramie, then you got a three-way tie for third because Central beat East, we beat East, and so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Now, if we do win tonight and Laramie wins, you still got a three-way tie because Laramie beat us, Central beat Laramie, and we would beat Central. Tonight's officials in this game coming from Casper. We got Dirchke, Montgomery, and Kleingen. I'm waiting for my other guy to come on over here. I told him to come join us, but it might just be me. So it'll be a good game tonight. And we got some very experienced officials on the floor with us. It should be a very, very well officiated game, so you won't hear me complaining about the officials tonight. Of course, I say that all the time, and I end up complaining anyways because that's just me. And even though I did take up officiating, I'll tell you what, I respect the craft even more since I started officiating. But as we all know, there are calls that'll be missed. Can't see everything while you're on the floor, and it's my job to make sure you guys know what they missed. So we're about 39 seconds before tip-off. We're going to take our headphones off here as we get ready to do the national anthem live at Storey Gym here in Cheyenne, Wyoming on 1112 BISN.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Storey Gym here in Cheyenne. Tonight's matchup featuring the visiting Cheyenne Central. National anthem will be played by Cheyenne South's concert women. So at this time, please stand and face the flag for the singing of the anthem.
Great rendition of the national anthem there. And we are ready to go here as the Lady Indian starting lineup will be introduced first. Once again, starting for Central. We don't have their grades on here, but we have their height. Junior, number 3, Sammy Geyer. She's your center. Wearing number 10, another junior, 5'5", Jada Yabera. 5'9", senior, number 21, Abby Fearneyhough. And then a freshman, 5'8", number 23, Ellie Fearneyhough. And then senior, number 33, Sarah Creasel, 5'8". Bison once again. Game there. Down drive setting the game. The master, I get the score right for you guys. I'll tell you what, we got a nice little crowd here too for the girls' game. I'm going to make a pan across here. We get ready to tip it off. So South will be we're going from right to left on your computer screen, tablet, or mobile phone. Central from left to right. South will be in their home white. Central in their blacks. In the jump circle is number 33, the 5'7" senior, Naira Williams. She'll be jumping against Sammy Geyer, who averages 10 rebounds a game. 9.9 technically. So let's raise that and just say 10. And there's the jump. Central wins the jump. And that's number 21, Fearneyhough. She gets it across the timeline. She quickly loses it. Gabby Toronto recovers the loose ball. She's out of bounds, and it's going to be Central ball. Right directly across from us, far side. Central has the ball. Ybarra going to run point. She's calling the play. She comes near side. She's going to number 33, Creasel. Creasel down low, and that's going to be a foul on South. Ooh, an offensive foul on Central. That's going to be on Ybarra, so South takes control after the Central turnover. Robinson quickly into the front court. She comes near side with the screen, gives it off to Senna. Senna, top of the key to Williams. Williams over to Noble. Far side wing gives it off to Robinson. Top of the key, 3. She misses, and it's going to be rebounded by number 21, Senna. I'm sorry, by number 21, Fearneyhough, Abby Fearneyhough. Now, Creasel with the ball. She goes far side back to, that's Creasel with the ball now. Far side, and I get it down low to Geyer, and she's just a tall girl, and she scores the first basket of the game. Quickly into the front court is Noble. Noble looks to drive. She gets the shot blocked, and it's going to be rebounded, pushed out to Ybarra. Ybarra gets cut off, gives it off to Geyer. Geyer misses, puts up the rebound, the putback, and she misses, but she's fouled, and she's going to go to the free throw line. And that's going to be a foul on Williams. And Geyer going to the free throw line to shoot 2. Geyer on the season, 30% free throw show. They're calling it on the floor. So never mind, 3 by Ybarra. Ybarra with the 3, and that gives Central a quick 5-0 lead, and Coach DeBryan calls a timeout. So 1 foul each. Ybarra drains a 3. I thought that was a shooting foul earlier. I guess it was not. So Central quickly got it inbounded to Ybarra. Ybarra drains a 3, and they have the 5-0 lead now over Our Lady Bison. Once again, if you're watching this on YouTube, on your PC, there is a chat feature. Hey, Grandpa to Brian, you're very welcome. We miss seeing you at the games, but more importantly, you're warm. That's what's important. You're warm right now. So Lady Bison inbounds it, and they get it into the front court. And it's a turnover. Robinson with the turnover. Lady Indians quickly ahead. That's Fearneyhough at the top of the key. She gives it off to Ybarra, far side. Gives it back off to Ellie Fearneyhough. Back to Ybarra. To her sister, Abby Fearneyhough. Skip pass, and she's going to be fouled by South. It's going to be Gabby Toronto. She picks up her first. Team second. South trailing 5-0. 6:21 left in the first quarter as Rashida Robinson gets substituted out. Marissa Malloy gets in the game. We know Marissa really well here. Glad to see her playing some varsity. South playing 2-3 zone. Central, top of the key, Creasel. Attacks the gap, gives it down low to number 21, Abby. Top of the key to Ybarra with the just drains another three. South quickly down, 8-0. Marissa with the ball back to Toronto. Toronto gets into the front court. She's looking far side. She centers up, picks it up her dribble, gives it off to Senna. Senna at the elbow, turns, nothing going on, and she throws it right to Central. That's Ybarra on the fast break attempt. She loses the dribble. Karli Noble going to pick up the foul, and that's 3 team fouls now on South. First on Noble, so we got fouls on Noble, Toronto, and Williams after the Lady Bison turnover. Robinson set to check back in for the Lady Bison. She's checking in for Marissa. And they're going to inbound near side right in front of the Lady Bison bench. That's Creasel. She gets it into Ybarra. Ybarra calls out the play, centers it up, gets to the top of the key, goes far side to Ellie Fearneyhough. Back to Ybarra. Back to Abby Fearneyhough. Back to Ellie Fearneyhough. I'm just going to call him Fearneyhough. How's that? We'll let you guys guess which Fearneyhough has it. Fearneyhough has the ball now. They get it off down low. That's a nice give and go as number 21, Abby Fearneyhough, scores. She's their leading scorer. South down 10-0 now as they're beating themselves with turnovers. Williams passes it to an unexpected center. Turnover to South. Number 23, Ellie Fearneyhough, the freshman, puts in a layup attempt, misses, rebounded by Williams. Williams almost throws it away again. This time Robinson gets it. South's been turning the ball over. I'd say 8 out of the 10 points have been off Lady Bison turnover. Senna attacks, free throw line, gives it off to Williams with about a 12-footer. She misses, and it's going to be out of bounds, South ball. Number 22, Jada Smith, set to check in. She checks in for Williams. I'd like to know how Geyer really averages 10 rebounds. She's tall, but she hasn't had a single rebound. Well, she's had 1 rebound in this game. Noble with 3, misses. Toronto with the putback. She misses. Going to be out of bounds off of Central. Number 25 set to check in. That's Waylon for the Lady Indians. You just start learning their names and they put a new player out there. That's why Steve has the play-by-play job. They inbound to Senna. Senna far side. Long 2. She misses. Gets her own rebound. Power dribbles. Oh, and she gets hammered by Geyer. And she's going to go to the free throw line for 2. That's a nice, strong move by Felicia Senna. On the season, Senna shooting from the free throw line, 26%. We need to get these baskets, though. We need to get these free ones. I've taken over Coach Puev's bag and jacket with my paperwork. Senna, first free throw shot. Just a little off to the side. 4:41 left in the first quarter. South still trailing 10-0. Senna at the free throw line averages 2.2 points per game. Second free throw attempt. Up and just off. And Geyer pulls down the rebound. Okay, now I can see why she gets all those rebounds. She is very tall. Ybarra traveled, and that's not going to count. And she knows she did. Turnover Lady Indians. South has a chance to get on the board again. Trailing 10-0. 4:40 left in this first quarter. That's Robinson with the ball. Gets it into the front court. She goes far side. Gives it off to Noble. Noble, baseline. Down low to Toronto. Toronto with the step back shot. Misses. Rebound, Ybarra for Central. She gets it across the timeline, slows it down, calls out the play. She's going to be met by Robinson. She goes far side. gives it off to Creasel. Creasel to number 25. I think that's who it was. Actually, that's Abby Fearneyhough. She hits the three. South trailing now 13-0. 3 3-pointers in this first quarter by the Lady Indians. Turnover, Karli Noble. Lady Indians recover. They get it off to Abby. Abby down low to Creasel. Creasel misses the baby bunny. She puts it back up, misses again. Rebounded by Senna. Senna is going to get fouled on that. Let's see who picks up this foul. That's going to be on Geyer. So Geyer picks up her second foul. So both teams have three team fouls in the first quarter. South trailing 13-0 on the American National Insurance scoreboard. Robinson into the front court to Noble. Noble far side, brings it up, gets to the top of the key, gives it down. A nice cutting move by Jada Smith. Nice assist as the Lady Bison finally get on the board. Trailing 13-2. Great dish by Karli Noble to a cutting Jada Smith. Robinson cuts off Ybarra. Ybarra down low to Abby Fearneyhough. Up to top Ybarra. Now that's number 25, Whalen. Whalen far side to Fearneyhough. Down low to Creasel. Creasel back to Fearneyhough. She finds a gap. She pulls it up. She's fouled. She's going to go to the free throw line for two. Let's see who that foul's on. That's going to be on Karli Noble. That's her second, team fourth. And that's going to send Abby Fearneyhough to the free throw line for two. She's already got 5 points. Fearneyhough on the season hits her first. On the season, a 62% free throw shooter. Actually, one of the better free throw shooters on the Lady Indians is Naira Williams set to check back in. Here comes the second free throw attempt. It's up. This little long. Karli Noble fights for the rebound. She gets it, and she gives it off to Toronto. Toronto quickly into the front court. One thing she likes to do is attack. She pulls up. She's going to get fouled. No shot. It's going to be on the floor. Being the double ball. Bison basketball. Now number 4, that's Jackson. Just double ball. Near side, Ybarra. Ybarra. Toronto forcing the issue. She gets into the front court, finally gets by Toronto. She travels, they don't call it, and they give it off to a wide open number 25, Whalen. Full 3-pointer first now. And turnover.
Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
What is your focus? How will you hone it? Will it transform you, or will you transform it? Where does it start? Laramie County Community College. It starts.
Back from the commercial. Lady Indians have hit 5 mark, and they've already 5 ball. Senna with the game. She picks up her dribble, gives it off to Whalen. Whalen comes to the elbow, kicks it off to number 20, who's checked in, Murphy. 33 with the long 3. She misses. Rebounded Williams. Williams to Robinson. Robinson slows it down. South still trailing 22. Long pass to Karli Noble. Noble, nice little runner. She's going to put it up. She's fouled, misses the shot, going to shoot 2. Her first trips to the free throw line. How is it a team can shoot 28% from behind the arc, then we face them, and all of a sudden they are, 6 out of 7. 6 out of 7 from behind the arc. And they shoot 28%. Sorry, I'm talking to the athletic trainer from South. I'm just in shock right now. As Noble misses her first free throw, Noble on the season, a 60% free throw shooter, as Williams gets subbed out by the junior, Marissa Malloy, whose dad is supposed to be sitting next to me doing color commentary, and I do not see him anywhere. We will effort that. Second free throw attempt is up and true. South now down 20-3, 1:10 left in the first quarter here at Storey Gym in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Senna guarding number 23, Abby Fearneyhough. Now that is Jackson with the ball. She gets by Marissa, gets stopped by Toronto. They reverse it around. Number 20, Murphy with the ball. She gets it near side back to Ellie. Fearneyhough, guarded by Senna. Over to number 20, her sister, Abby. I'm just going to call them Abby and Ellie. Murphy with the ball. Near side to Jackson. Jackson, pump fake. Nice defense by Marissa. And they're going to call a travel. That's great defense by Malloy to cause that turnover. Robinson gets the pass on the Indians' turnover. Robinson to Senna. Senna looking for somebody. That's a nice little take by Malloy. She's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Marissa Malloy, the leading free throw shooter for the Lady Bison at 82% on the season, and she's going to get a chance to put some more points on the board for the Lady Bison as they trail 20-3 with just under 30 seconds left in this first quarter. First free throw attempt is up, and it's in. Marissa with 1 point off the bench. Second free throw attempt is up and good. Now you know why she is the number 1 free throw shooter for the Lady Bison. 82%. That's going to go up just a little bit because of those 2 free throws. South now down by 15, 20-5, and that's going to be a foul on Senna. Get a little too much body on her, and that's going to be the 5th foul on the Lady Bison. Central inbounds. That's going to be Murphy with the ball. She goes far side, gives it off to number 13, Johnson, who's checked in. Abby with the ball. Kicks it off to Jackson. Jackson down low. That should be a charge. They're going to call it a block. Rashida Robinson picks up her first foul. And that's going to send Abby to the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point play. 22-5 is your score now. Abby, like I said, she's a pretty solid free throw shooter, 62%. Free throw attempt is up and in. She's got 9 points here in the first quarter as your Lady Bison trail 23-15 in frigid Storey Gym as it is cold in this building. Robinson into the front court. She goes far side, She's driving baseline. She gets to the baseline, doesn't get the shot off. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Your Lady Bison trail 23-5. We'll be back for second quarter action on the Bison. 11-12 BISN, your Bison Network.
Get into a career, not just a job. Higher education is the gateway to so many opportunities. Register today at Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. LCCC in Cheyenne.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
That college degree won't finish itself. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. Become what you want to be. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. Laramie County Community College in Cheyenne. It starts here.
And this is Allen, 11-12 BISN, coming back at you from the S&J Science timeout. Lady Bison held to 1 field goal in that first quarter as they trail 23-5. I'll tell you what, Central was red hot from behind the arc in that first quarter, led by Ybarra with 9 points, Abby Fearneyhough with 9 points, Whalen with 3 points, and Geyer with 2 points. Your Lady Bison are led by Malloy with 2 points, Smith with 2 points, and Noble with 1 point. It's going to be South ball, trailing 23-5. Robinson gets the ball in the backcourt. She's coming near side. Gives it off to Noble, but it's stolen away by Jackson. Jackson quickly for the layup attempt. She's going to be fouled. I don't know about that. How can he make the call? Well, it's his spot, so you really can't say that. That's going to be 2 free throws for Jackson as Noble has picked up her 3rd foul. Jackson on the season, a 44% free throw shooter. And we know why. Just a little long, as Jada Smith going to check in, and that's probably going to be the last we'll see of Noble until the second half. She's got 3 fouls already. As every player who's been on the floor for South has a foul except for Marissa Malloy. Misses the second free throw, rebounded by Williams. Gabby Toronto with the ball to Robinson. Robinson into the front court. She drives, gets to the top of the key, kicks it off to Senna. Senna near side, back up to Williams, reverses it to Smith, to Toronto. Toronto, turnaround jumper misses. Going to be rebounded by that's Whalen. And now number 13, Johnson with the ball in the front court being guarded by Toronto. Gives it off to Ellie. Ellie gets by the defender. She travels. Turnover, Lady Indians. 23-5 is your score. 40 seconds into the second half. Lady Indians are in the bonus right now, and they've got 1 foul to give before the Lady Bison get into the bonus. Actually, they don't have any fouls to give, so the next foul by Central will be shooting free throws. Toronto in the backcourt gets it across. She's going to be guarded by Johnson. Gabby drives, gets cut off, gives it down low to Williams. Williams to Toronto. Toronto being guarded by Johnson. Gets by her. A lot of contact. Going to be on the floor, and she's going to go to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. She has been held scoreless so far. She's got 0 points in this game. South trailing 23-5. Malloy set to check in. She's going to check in for Robinson. Toronto on the season, 47% from the charity stripe. First free throw's up and in. She's going to get the bonus after she hits the front end. South now down 23-6. Second free throw attempt is up and in. She hits both. She scores her first points of the game. South down 23-7. Just 1 minute into the second quarter as Ybarra gets met by Toronto near the timeline. She gets it across near side to Johnson. Johnson picks up her dribbles, gives it off to Whalen. Whalen drives. She puts up a wild shot, rebounded by Senna. Senna picks up her dribble, gives it off to Toronto. Toronto's in the backcourt, gets into the front court quickly. Far side to Jada Smith. Over to Senna. Senna reverses it to Malloy. Malloy looks, gives it down low to Williams. Nice little turnaround, post move as Williams gets her first basket. South down 23-19. Nice feed and assist by number 1, Marissa Malloy. Toronto guarding Ybarra. Makes her pick up her dribble. Gives it off to Ellie, who throws it out of bounds. Lady Bison basketball. And now number 21, Abby Fearneyhough checking in. Randy Philbin in the house. Dairy Queen. Make sure when you visit Dairy Queen, you let him know 1112 BISN sent you, even though he's not a sponsor of us anymore. Maybe I'll get a blizzard out of it. Tell him, say, hey, Alan from 1112 BISN really wants a blizzard. See if he hooks me up. Toronto. She gets the ball picked away from Ellie. Should have been a foul as Ellie was all over her back, but they're not going to call anything because that's not a foul anyways. Can't go over the back because it's over the back's not a foul. But there should have been a push foul, which they didn't call. Senna tries to get in and bound to Toronto. Tipped out of bounds by Ellie Fearneyhough. Let me tell you right now, Ellie Fearneyhough is the hardest name to say live. So I'm just going to say Ellie. And they try to get it in again. And this time, Ellie's finally going to get called for the foul that she's been begging to get for the last 10 seconds. That's going to be her first foul of the game, 8th foul for the Lady Indians. Going to send Toronto back to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. Gabby with the ball, sets, shoots. Oh, and it just rolls out as Geyer pulls down the rebound. Ybarra with the ball, being guarded by Toronto. Ybarra gets Beyer, gives it off to Ellie. Ellie with a wide open lane, kicks it off to Creasel. It's going to go out of bounds. Southpaw. Actually, that's Geyer off of her hands. Southpaw as 12. Moite checks in for the Lady Bison, and Creasel now checks back in for the Lady Indians. And here comes Williams checking back in for the Lady Bison. She snuck behind the official, didn't see him, and she's coming in for Moite. So on the floor for the Lady Bison is Senna, Toronto, Smith, Williams, and Malloy. The only starters out there right now are Senna and Toronto. Noble with 3 fouls, going to sit for the rest of the first half. South trailing 23-9. Williams got a dribble, gives it off to Smith. She throws it right to Geyer, but gets the ball back. Smith attacks. Nice little jump stop, puts it up, misses, and it's going to be rebounded by Abby Fearneyhough, who gets it off to Ybarra. Ybarra, stopped by Malloy. Kicks off, picks up her dribble, gives it off to Whalen. Creasel with the ball, goes far side to Abby. Abby with the 3. She puts it up, misses, rebounded by Geyer. She's going to be fouled, and she's going to get the basket, and she's going to go to the free throw line, as that is their first points of the second quarter. Can you believe that? Wow. South held them scoreless for the first 3 minutes of this quarter. And here comes the free throw attempt. Up, missed, rebound by Senna to Toronto. Toronto to Malloy. She's far side, gives it off to Senna, far side baseline. Senna's got to get off that baseline. She does. Picks up her dribble, nowhere to go with it. Tried to get it off to Jada Smith, turns it over. Ybarra with the ball, puts up a 3. She hits, and she is on fire from behind the arc. Ybarra, a 27% free throw shooter, is 4 for 4 from behind the arc. Senna with the ball. South trailing 28-9. Toronto gets the ball, centers it up, goes far side to Senna. Senna, far side, drives, baseline, almost traveled, gives it off to Williams, missed, rebounded by number 3, Geyer. Actually, number 33, Creasel. Ybarra in the backcourt now, being guarded by Toronto, gets it across. She goes far side, picks up her dribble, gives it off to Whalen right in front of him, top of the key. She gives it off to Abby Fearneyhough. Abby looking to feed the ball down low to to Geyer. Say gives it off to Creasel, reverses it far side to Whalen. Whalen, that's going to be an offensive foul, but they're going to call a defensive foul as number 25, Whalen, pushed off, and we get called for the foul. Okay, I'm calm now. I'm calm. I got to take a breath. The ref must not have seen the push-off. Oh, it's going to be 9 fouls on the Lady Bison. Because I'm missing a foul on somebody. I'm missing a foul on somebody. Number 10 checking in for the Lady Bison. Wow. I don't even have a number 10 on my roster. Michaela Tracy, she's a sophomore. And that's going to be a technical foul. First free throw's up and good for Whalen. Second free throw attempt. So they put in a player that wasn't in the book. Second free throw's up and in. But I'll tell you what, though, number 10, she had a game for the JV team. She had 18 points for the JV team. So here comes the third free throw by Whalen. She misses. This is the double bonus free throws. She missed that first one. She misses both of the bonus free throws for the original foul. So South now down 30-9. 3:54 left in the half. 10 fouls. So Indians will get the ball at half court. That's number 20, Murphy. She gets, she wasn't established when she caught that. But I guess so well. That's all right. Creasel with the ball near side. She was in the air when she caught it, so that was a clean pass. Nice defense, and that's going to be a foul on number 22, Smith. Now, that's going to be her first. All we need now is number 10, Tracy, to get a foul, and every Bison player will have a foul on the books. Number 21, Abby Fearneyhough hits the first. And the second free throw attempt is in. South quickly inbounds the ball to Toronto, trailing 32-9. Toronto drives far side. She's cut off. She picks up her dribble, gives it off to Senna. Senna, nowhere to go, pulls up for the 15-footer, just off the backboard and in. Misses. Ybarra with the ball. She tries to drive it in. She's cut off by Marissa. Abby with the ball. To Creasel. Creasel, top of the key. Nice cut there, as there's going to be a foul. Number 20 is going to get the basket to go, Murphy, and she's going to get the free throw. As Marissa picks up her second foul. And that's the 83rd foul on the Lady Bison here in the first half, which isn't possible because her whole team would be fouled out, but it seems like it. But you know what? That's what happens when you smack down like that and you get the arm. You're going to get that call every time. Murphy with her first points of the game with 2. She's looking to get 3 out of this. She puts it up, and she hits. South now down 35-9. Robinson back into the game. Senna with the 3. She misses. Fighting for the rebound, though, is number 10. Senna comes down with the loose ball on the floor, gives it off to Toronto. Toronto drives, far side baseline from the low block, runner up, misses, rebounds, number 10. Oh, they're going to stay on the floor. Come on. This is her first action of the season on the varsity team. Let her. Okay, she's going to shoot free throws. I'm better. I'm calm now. Should have been 2, though. As number 10, Ybarra picks up her second. So, Tracy to the free throw line for the front end. She puts it up and just rolls off the front of the rim, and that is number 21 with the rebound, Abby. Jackson with the ball. Far side to Ybarra. She finally misses a three-pointer, but Creasel pulls down the offensive rebound. She kicks it off to Jackson. Jackson picks up her dribble off to Abby. Abby to Ybarra. Ybarra being guarded by Robinson. Resets the offense, comes near side to Jackson. Jackson drives baseline, cut off by Smith, travels, gets away with it, throws it off, and they give it off to Murphy for 3. Murphy misses the three-pointer. Gabby Toronto with the rebound. Toronto throws it right out of bounds, and it's going to be Central ball. South trailing 35-9. Number 13 checking in, Johnson. And number 25, Whalen, checking back in. So Central will inbound far side in front of the South fans. They get it in to number 21, Abby Fearneyhough, the leading scorer, being guarded by Tracy. She gets by her pretty easily. Kicks it off near side to number 13, Johnson, who launches the three, misses, rebounded by Robinson now. Robinson pushing the pace. Gets into the timeline, comes near side to Senna. Senna's unfortunately not 6'3", unable to handle that pass, turnover Lady Bison. South trailing 35-9. We've hit 2 field goals, 2 this whole game. The rest of our points have been by free throws. Jada Smith, nice defense there. She gets the ball. It's going to be a held ball, but it's going to go to Central. Nice defense there by Jada Smith, though. And number 20 is going to inbound right in front of him. Going to be Murphy. Lay in. Per second foul. Let's hear the Central fans, as Central fans don't think they can ever travel. So number 10, Tracy, going to inbound. She's seeing her first varsity action of the year. And she steps over and turns the ball right back over. We'll call that an inexperienced foul. I mean, not a foul, but an inexperienced turnover. She stepped right onto the court. Tries to get the ball back. She's guarding Abby Fearneyhough, number 2 scorer in the 4A East. She comes near side. That's number 13, Johnson. Johnson drives in, kicks it off. That's going to be Jackson. Jackson. She reverses. It's number 20, Murphy. Murphy, far side. Kicks it off to number 13, misses the 3. Rebounded by Smith to Toronto. Toronto quickly in the front court. She puts up a shot. She misses. And the inbound. Cannot score. About the connection, keep breaking up. Long three, missed. Rebounded by Smith. Smith in the corner, gives it off to Robinson. Turns it over to Abby Fearneyhough. 37-13. She's got 13 in the game, actually. 3 seconds left. Robinson, baseline three, gets it blocked. And that's going to be it for the first half. Your Lady Bison trailing 37-13. We're going to take a timeout. Come back here for second half action on the Bison. 11-12 BISN, your Bison Network. With American National, you get a dedicated agent and an outstanding array of products to meet your insurance needs. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003. With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good. What's right? For your
premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It's tough to compete for jobs. Degrees can help. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. LCCC in Cheyenne and Laramie. It starts here.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
What is your focus? How will you hone it? Will it transform you? Or will you transform it? Where does it start? Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Life, it has many directions. Which way will you go? Here, County Community College. It starts here.
It's tough to compete for jobs. Degrees can help. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. LCCC in Cheyenne and Laramie. It starts here.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
That college degree won't finish itself. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. Become what you want to be. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. Laramie County Community College in Cheyenne. It starts here.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent and an outstanding array of products to meet your insurance needs. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003. With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 314-5003.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It's tough to compete for jobs. Degrees can help. Registration is open at Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. LCCC in Cheyenne and Laramie. It starts here.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
What is your focus? Will you
Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
College Dominican.
Think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent and an outstanding array of products to meet your insurance needs. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003. With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward.
Open at Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Visit lccc.wy.edu. LCCC in Cheyenne and Laramie. It starts here.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by.
As we are back for second half action, your Lady Bison right now trailing 37-13. The Lady Indians are cross out. For other teams, turn around. Short jumps. to Senna. Senna with the ball. South trailing 41-16. Senna hit a three-pointer to give the Lady Bison their only field goal this half. She's fouled. That's Toronto. She's going to go to the free throw line for 2. That's going to be on Geyer. That's her third. Second team foul of the half for the Lady Indians. So Toronto to the free throw line for 2 free throws. She's got 2 points, both from the charity stripe earlier in the first half. First free throw is up in She front rims it, misses the rebound. Central quick. That's Murphy with far side to Creasel. Gets her own rebound. Wide open lane. Gets her own rebound. Yabar. Offense being misses the shot. Creasel with the rebound. Loses control of the dribble. Kicks it off to Abby Fearneyhough. Gets it stolen away from Gabby. Gabby gives it off to Senna. Senna with the runner. Misses the layup. Rebounded. Creasel. Ybarra with the ball. Being guarded by Liggett. She gets it across. Comes near side to Abby Fearneyhough. Cut off by Gabby. Loses control of the ball. Kicks it off to number 33, Creasel now. Creasel driving up against Karli. Karli's got to watch that reach, and she's got 3 fouls. And number 23, Abby Fearneyhough with the basket. She's got 4 points in the game, both in the third quarter. South trailing 45-27. Once again, all the fans, I want to apologize out there. The video keeps cutting out. It's not us. As Senna hits another 3 for the Lady Bison. She's got 8 points on the game. South trailing 45-20. Looks like the district firewall is cutting us off about every 2 minutes into this broadcast, sometimes every minute. And we'll just keep broadcasting as it reconnects itself every time we do it. Senna's going to get called for the foul. That's going to be her second. South third, trailing 45-20 with 2.5 minutes left in this quarter. Liggett gets substituted out by number 22, Jada Smith. And here comes number 41, Jackson. So when we do the boys game, I'm only going to be keeping the boys stats for South. I won't be keeping them at all for Central. Here comes a drive. Kicks it out to Ybarra. Near side baseline. Pulls up, gives it off to Geyer. Geyer kicks it out to Murphy, wide open to the top. Instead, she gives it off back to Ybarra, who's going to reset, call the play. And now she goes near side, almost gets the ball stolen. Jackson kicks it back out to Murphy. Murphy fakes the 3. Kicks back off to Jackson. Far side baseline 3, misses. And that's going to be rebounded by Central's Geyer. Geyer goes up, misses. Rebounded by Noble. Noble into the front court. She's got a 2-on-1. Turnaround jumper misses. Rebounded by Toronto. It's going to be on the floor, and it's going to be Central's third foul. That's going to be on Geyer. That's her third, if I'm right, and that's her fourth. So Geyer, the leading rebounder in the 4A East Conference at 9.9, actually the 4A conference overall, is going to sit the bench with her fourth personal foul. Checking in for her is number 21, Abby Fearneyhough. Liggett throws it right to Ybarra. Unfortunately, Ybarra plays for Central, and she gets it off far side to Murphy. Murphy, far side wing kick, reverses it back out to Ybarra. Is going to reset the offense, being guarded by Smith. Far side to Jackson. Jackson picks up her dribble, being nice defense by Senna. They give it off to Murphy now. Near side wing for three, misses. Rebounded by Senna. Senna to Liggett. Liggett into the front court. Thought about the pass. Gives it off to Smith instead. Smith to Senna. Senna hit 2 threes already in the third quarter. South down by 25. Toronto pulls up in the lane, misses. Jada Smith with the rebound. Jada loses control of the dribble, puts up the shot. She's going to go to the free throw line for 2. She's got 2 points that she got in the first quarter. Number 41, Jackson, picks up her second foul. First free throw attempt is in. Jada Smith, 50% from the charity stripe, averages 1.3 points a game, and that is Coach DeBryan right in front of us. Jada Smith just to his right, about to shoot the free throw. Second free throw is in. So she's got 4 points, and there's going to be a timeout, a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it here once again. Issues for the boys game. We'll try to do a reset, see if that gets us to match up at the firewall. Senna. Have 4 team fouls each. Under a minute left in the third. Long cross-court pass to Murphy. I'm sorry, Jackson. Jackson picks up her dribble, gives it off to Abby Fearneyhough. Calls Murphy over to get the ball. Still far side. Right side. Nice deflection there by Senna, but Jackson's able to keep her dribble. They reverse it near side. That's Creasel with the ball. No, I'm sorry. That's number 13, Johnson for Central. Almost gets the ball stolen. Kicks it off to Abby Fearneyhough. Fearneyhough gets by the whole South defense. Gives off a nice dish to Johnson. Murphy with the basket. South down, 47-22, 15 seconds left. Toronto with the ball. Puts up a short jumper. Hits it. That's her first field goal of the game. She's got 5 points. John Murphy with the ball. South down, end of the third, and your score is 47-24. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back for fourth quarter action on the Bison 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
What is your focus? How will you hone it? Will it transform you, or will you transform it? Where does it start? Laramie County Community College. It starts here. Life, it has many directions. Which way will you go? What will you become? A lawyer, musician, chemist, engineer? Where will you start? Laramie County Community College. It starts here.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for
And we're back here for fourth quarter action. Your Lady Bison trailing right now, 47-24. They have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Senna gives it off to Liggett, top of the key. She comes near side to Toronto. Toronto with the ball, drives in, kicks it back out to Senna now. Senna gives it back to Toronto. Toronto looking to drive, can't get by the defense, puts up a shot from the free throw line. She gets it to fall, and she's going to go to the free throw line for the and one. Quiet night for Toronto. Been to the free throw line. Abby Fearneyhough picks up the foul. That's her second. Central's fifth. Free throws up and in. Ball, Ybarra with it, being guarded by Liggett. South down by 20, 47-27. Ybarra gets the ball in near side to Ellie Fearneyhough. The Geyer to Abby. Abby far side to Ybarra. Nice defense. She pushes off with the arm. No foul. That was a good foul. That was a good drive. And got by Toronto to Noble. Riddled with foul. It'll be for that pass. Turnover, Lady Bison. Yeah, 16 points here in the half, which is good. 16 points to Central's 10. That first quarter damage, though, with all the turnovers and missed layups. So that's Ellie with the ball. That's going to be a held ball, and that's going to be Central ball. Possession arrow right now facing Central. Little flip over to South. Coach DeBryan calling out the defense. Oh, wide open is Abby. She's going to get fouled. That was a nice back cut move by Abby Fearneyhough to draw that foul, and she's going to go to the basket to the free. Going to be on. Abby to the free throw line. And she does. Abby to Creasel. Creasel to Ybarra. Ybarra gets cut off. Nice give and go attempt. Tipped by Liggett. Liggett's going to come down with it. Gives it off to Toronto. Toronto, jump stop. Going to go out of bounds. Southpaw. Nice defense by the Lady Bison to force that turnover. South down 50-29. Noble with the ball. Got to get it in. Fortunately, she throws it right off of Central's legs. Thankfully, Smith is able to tie it up. And possession arrow South. South will inbound again underneath Central's basket. Karli gets the ball. Gives it off to Smith. Back to Noble. Noble. Top of the key. Picks up her dribble. Reverses it far side to Toronto. Toronto to drive. Gets cut off. She picks up her dribble. She's got nowhere to go with it. His base. Who's going to get to the Smith. Her second free throw attempt. Just rolls out. Central with the rebound. South down 50-29. Jada Smith with 4 points on the game. That's Ybarra. She's going to be met by Liggett in the front court. She kicks it off far side to Creasel. To Whalen. Whalen drives far side baseline, gets cut off by Noble. Gives it off to Creasel to a cutting Abby Fearneyhough. She's got 3 Lady Bison defenders around her. She turns it over. Karli Noble with the ball. And here comes our color commentator for the next game. Karli Noble throws up a shot. It's missed. Rebound. Jada Smith. Fourth foul. Maria Pena in the game. For his varsity is South. to number 13, Johnson. She's fouled, and she's going to go to the free throw line for 2. And that's going to be on Liggett. That's going to be her second. So Johnson on the season, 40% free throw shooter. First shot is up. And that's about true. So want to give you a little history of what's going on as we've been running into some firewall issues with the district firewall tonight. It's been kicking us off about every 30 seconds to every 2 minutes. And then it just reboots itself. So apologize for all. This is rebound. Pena for points of her career.
Well, you tell me what to do to help, man.
Really not much we can do. We've been running into these with the Laramie County School District firewall all season. All the other schools we've gone to, we had no problems.
Right.
Just our own district. So they're Microsoft, we're Google. What do you do?
Gotcha.
So this is going to be a full timeout. We're going to take one with them here on the Bison, 1112 BISN, your Bison network.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, cash back.
For life.
So cut off.